Get ready to dive into the fascinating world of cod, one of the most important fish species on the planet. Did you know that millions of tons of cod are caught every year, fueling beloved dishes like classic fish and chips and hearty seafood stews worldwide? In this video, we'll take you from the icy waters where cod are caught using various traditional and modern methods, all the way to the high-tech processing plants where this prized fish is cleaned, filleted, and prepared for your plate. Did you know there are three main types: Atlantic, Pacific, and Greenland cod, all living in chilly ocean waters? These bottom dwellers love hanging out on the seafloor, searching for snacks. On average, a cod can grow to about 51 inches long and weigh between 55 to 77 pounds. But some absolute giants can tip the scales at a whopping 220 pounds. Atlantic cod can live up to 25 years, which is pretty impressive for a fish. And get this, during mating season, cod can swim up to 200 miles just to find the perfect spot to breed. Cod fishing has long been a way of life in many coastal communities across the North Atlantic, from the icy fjords of Norway and Greenland to the rugged coasts of Newfoundland, Canada, and the UK's North Sea. These areas are rich with cold, nutrient-dense waters, perfect conditions for cod to thrive. Fishermen have come up with all kinds of clever ways to catch cod over the years, and one traditional method that's still used today is trap net fishing. It's especially popular in areas where cod swim into shallow bays and fjords to spawn. So when the cod begin gathering near these coastal areas, fishermen set up long, funnel-shaped nets called trap nets. These nets guide the cod into an enclosed space where they get gently trapped without injury. Another widely used method for catching cod is bottom trawling. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Fishermen drag a large, heavy net along the seafloor to scoop up bottom-dwelling fish like cod. The net has weighted rollers that keep it close to the ocean bed while it moves, capturing cod and other species that live near the bottom. While it's an effective way to catch large quantities, it's also a bit controversial due to its impact on the marine environment, especially seabed habitats. Pot fishing is another traditional and eco-friendly way to catch cod, and it's surprisingly simple, yet effective. Fishermen use baited traps, or pots, which are like underwater cages placed on the sea floor. Cod swim in to get the bait, but once inside, they can't easily get out. Jigging is a hands-on and highly selective method for catching cod, often favored by smaller fishing operations or hobby fishers. It involves using a fishing line with a weighted lure, called a jig, that's repeatedly lifted and dropped to mimic the movements of prey. Cod, being curious and hungry predators, are drawn in and strike the jig. This method is not only precise, but also minimizes bycatch. When the fishing boats return to port, the unloading process kicks off with large bins filled with freshly caught cod and heavy-duty crane hooks, lifting them off the vessels. From there, the fish are quickly moved straight into the processing plant, where they're washed thoroughly in big industrial tanks to ensure they're clean and ready for the next steps. After washing, the cod are carefully sorted by size and quality, making sure each fish is handled properly for its best use. And finally, there's long lining, a traditional yet effective method, where a single fishing line, sometimes stretching for miles, is fitted with hundreds or even thousands of baited hooks. These hooks are often baited with squid, herring, or other small fish that cod love. This line is left to soak in the water, attracting cod and other ground fish. It's an efficient method that can catch a large number of fish at once, while still being more selective than trawling. Finally, these frozen whole fish are packed into large bags, mainly serving the food service industry, including restaurants and seafood suppliers who need high-quality frozen cod for cooking and processing. The remaining cod are sent to be processed for fillets, where the best-looking and clean fish portions are carefully separated. After washing and sorting, the cod suitable for whole freezing have their heads removed and are carefully placed on trays to be frozen whole using industrial freezing machines. After filleting, the fish go through a portions grater that sorts the fillets by size and weight, ensuring consistent quality for consumers. Finally, The fresh, white fillet pieces are either frozen quickly to lock in their quality or packed neatly in boxes and bags, ready to be shipped out for distribution. Filleting is done both by skilled hands and modern machinery. Workers manually trim the fillets with precision, while advanced fillet machines speed up the process for larger batches. Did you know that every year, millions of crocodiles are raised in farms worldwide? Not just for their meat, but for their highly prized skin that rings in almost $10 billion a year? But behind the luxury leather and exotic dishes lies a dark and dangerous reality. We're going to show you why the crocodile farming is one of the riskiest and most controversial industries on the planet. You won't believe what goes into producing crocodile products. So, stick around. Did you know that a saltwater crocodile can weigh over 1,000 kilograms and live for more than 70 years? These scaly giants are crazy fast in water, zipping through at up to 18 miles per hour. They're also apex predators, with a bite that delivers a crushing 5,000 pounds per square inch, strong enough to smash through turtle shells like potato chips. These guys eat almost anything, can survive months without food, and spend most of their time motionless. But be warned, they're not all chill. Crocs are estimated to kill around 1,000 humans a year. So, maybe don't try to pet the wild one. But here's the wild twist. In some parts of the world, crocodiles are actually trained to perform in circuses and shows. Impressive? Totally. Safe? Let's just say it's a job that requires nerves of steel. Cod meat is rich in high-quality protein, low in fat, and packed with essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin B12, and minerals such as phosphorus and selenium. These nutrients support heart health, brain function, and overall wellness. Cod is popular worldwide, but especially loved in Europe, North America, and parts of Asia. Fish and chips is a classic dish that famously features codfish as the star ingredient. The cod's mild, flaky white flesh makes it perfect for frying. Traditionally, the fish is dipped in a light beer batter or seasoned flour before being deep-fried to crispy perfection. It's white and lean, making it a versatile choice for many dishes. The flesh is tender, yet holds together well during cooking, which is why cod is a favorite for frying, baking, and grilling. Its mild taste also makes it perfect for soaking up spices and sauces without overpowering them. Every farm has dozens of cages like these where the crocs are separated based on their age, weight, and size. So, why do farmers risk life and limb to raise these giant, toothy reptiles on such a massive scale? Well, it's not just for the thrill. The main reason is profit. Crocodiles are big business. Their luxurious leather is used to make high-end bags, shoes, and belts that can sell for thousands of dollars. And let's not forget their meat, which is considered a delicacy in many places. Grouper fish are known for their preference for a fresh, protein-rich diet. In many farms, they are fed a variety of fresh seafood, such as small fish, shrimp, and squid. Crocodiles live in rivers, lakes, and dams in parts of America, Asia, Africa, and Australia. Some of the crocodiles from Australia live in salt water. To agriculturalize crocodiles, hunters often go deep into the wild swamps where they live and secretly take eggs from their nests. It's like the world's riskiest Easter egg hunt, except the mom can weigh half a ton and has 60 sharp reasons not to mess with her. Once those precious croc eggs are collected, the hatchlings are carefully raised indoors. When they're strong enough and ready to stretch those scaly legs, they're released into larger, more natural setups. Crocodile farming is especially popular in places like Australia, Thailand, and parts of Africa, where it's both a business and a tourist attraction. One of the most common setups is spacious, man-made earthen ponds. As apex predators, crocodiles are farmed in various ways. Brazilian farms often utilize circular enclosures with overhead coverings, while Chinese farms typically feature larger pens with ample space and a central pond. These areas are designed to give the reptiles enough room to move, bask in the sun, and take a dip whenever they please. The concrete makes it easier to clean and control hygiene, while the ponds keep things feeling natural. This setup offers several key benefits. First, it allows for precise monitoring of water quality, temperature, and feeding, creating an ideal environment for the groupers to thrive. Second, it significantly reduces exposure to diseases and harsh weather, leading to higher survival rates. These natural food sources closely mimic their diet in the wild, helping the groupers grow faster and develop better muscle texture. The typical diet for farmed crocodiles consists of pork, beef, chicken, and live fish. To help young crocodiles adjust, their food is often ground or chopped into smaller pieces. Once they are a little older, the crocodiles are fed larger foods, such as chicken heads or long pieces of raw chicken. Catching a crocodile is definitely not a one-person job. It takes a whole team, a lot of coordination, and still, those ropes can eat up tons of time and energy. That's why in many crocodile farms, people turn to a more efficient method, using controlled electric pulses. The ideal age for harvesting farmed crocodiles is between 2 to 2.5 years. To prioritize farmer safety and increase harvesting speed, Chinese farms commonly use electric rods to stun crocodiles. Some farms will purchase young crocodiles for breeding to expand the farm. In addition, adult crocodiles are sent to professional processing facilities, the process of skinning and processing. Grouper. It's luxurious, it's delicious. But how does it actually get to your table? Today, we're going behind the scenes of the grouper farming industry. Witness the entire cycle, from their underwater beginnings in offshore cages and cement tanks, through the harvest and processing, all the way to the final mouth-watering dish. If you've ever wondered where your delicious grouper comes from, prepare for an eye-opening journey. For years, fish enthusiasts have been captivated by groupers, and it's no wonder, with over 160 different kinds. These guys are some of the real giants you'll find hanging around coral reefs. But get this, one of their coolest tricks is their incredible camouflage. Plus, they're in it for the long haul. Some can live for up to 50 years. And if that's not wild enough, some even change sex as they get older. Raising grouper fish on offshore wooden raft farms is a fascinating and highly effective aquaculture model. These floating farms are built right on the sea, using sturdy wooden platforms that support multiple net cages suspended in the water below. One of the most interesting parts of this setup is how broodstock, the mature grouper selected for breeding, are carefully kept in separate cages. The open sea environment provides clean, oxygen-rich water, making it ideal for the fish to grow naturally and thrive. In addition to fresh diets, many grouper farms now also use pellets to better control nutrition and costs. These feeds are specially formulated for groupers and are rich in protein and essential minerals. To ensure an optimal breeding environment for crocodile farmers, spread a thick layer of sand in the nesting areas so that female crocodiles have a place to lay their eggs. The breeders then go and collect the eggs that the mother crocodile has buried under a thick layer of sand. Egg harvesting is usually done at night, or when the mother crocodile is busy elsewhere, away from the nest. Immediately after harvesting, the eggs will be gently washed and covered with a layer of clean sand in large foam boxes or plastic trays to create an environment for the eggs to continue to develop. They are then kept at temperatures between 29 degrees Celsius to 34 degrees Celsius with controlled humidity to optimize hatching rates. From the time of incubation to hatching, it takes about 65 to 90 days. Two crocs hatched at the same time can have different weight and size, even if they are fed the same quantity of food. That's why it's important to build different diet at each age stage. The food will soon change to large fish and whole chickens, as the crocodiles have now evolved into monsters with giant stomachs. They will always be hungry when they smell food, so being patient and taking it slow during feeding time is out of the question. Out at sea, on floating fish farms, harvesting grouper is a well-coordinated task. Farmers first use surrounding nets to herd the fish into one area. Then, with the help of large industrial nets, they scoop up the hefty groupers efficiently. After harvesting, the smaller groupers weighing under 1 kilogram are usually sent to hatcheries. Meanwhile, the larger ones, those over 1 kilogram, are selected for processing. Depending on market demand, these fish may be frozen for export or kept fresh for high-end restaurants and local markets. Grouper meat is prized for its firm, white flesh that's mild in flavor and low in fat, making it perfect for a variety of dishes. It holds up well in cooking, so it's commonly grilled, steamed, pan-fried, or even used in soups and stews. Grouper is especially popular in Asian countries like China, Vietnam, and Thailand, as well as in Mediterranean and Caribbean cuisines. Did you know crocodile skin is considered a luxury item in the fashion world? Once separated from the meat and carefully cleaned, the skin is treated and dyed through a detailed process to become high-end products like handbags, wallets, and shoes. This exotic leather generates up to $9 billion in annual profits. Yes, billion. Crocodile meat might sound exotic, but it's surprisingly nutritious and versatile. Known for its lean, white flesh, crocodile meat is low in fat, high in protein, and rich in essential nutrients like potassium, vitamin B12, and omega-3 fatty acids. Popular ways to cook crocodile include grilling, pan-frying, and stir-frying, often with garlic, herbs, or chili for an extra kick. In many countries, it's also used in curries, skewers, soups, or turned into sausages and jerky. Spicy, savory, and full of texture. Would you want to try crocodile meat? In addition to sea-based raft farms, there are also modern grouper breeding facilities that raise the fish in large man-made ponds on land. These farms are equipped with advanced water recirculation systems, which help maintain water quality while minimizing waste and conserving resources. Today, we're heading straight into the fascinating world of sugarcane farming, where billions of tons of this vital crop are harvested every year to create one of the most widely used ingredients on the planet: sugar. In this video, you'll get a behind-the-scenes look at how massive sugarcane fields are harvested with the help of cutting-edge technology. We'll walk you through the high-powered machines that make the process fast, efficient, and truly impressive. So, buckle up. After fertilization, grouper eggs take about 2 weeks to hatch into tiny larvae. These larvae are carefully nurtured in controlled tanks and, over time, grow into fingerlings. As they continue to develop, they reach the juvenile stage, stronger, more independent. Grouper are harvested with great care due to their high market value. Farmers use large mesh nets and even their hands to gently catch the fish, minimizing stress or injury. Each fish is then carefully measured and weighed, with data recorded to ensure quality control and traceability. Processing crocodile meat in a factory is no small feat. The meat is divided into cuts like the tail, back, and legs, all known for being tender, low in fat, and packed with nutrients. Some factories even turn crocodile meat into sausages. Once the meat is separated from the skin and thoroughly cleaned, it's vacuum sealed for freshness. Each package is carefully weighed and labeled with all the necessary information. And just like that, it's ready to make its way to markets and restaurants, where it's served up as a unique and exotic delicacy. The sugar cane is then fed into massive industrial crushing machines, where the real extraction process begins. These crushers are equipped with a series of enormous, heavy-duty steel rollers designed to apply intense pressure on the thick, fibrous stalks. After the sugar cane passes through the smashing and shredding machines, the fibrous material moves on to the powerful roller presses. The juice extraction process is carefully organized into a multi-stage configuration to maximize yield. In the first stage, about 50 to 60% of the total juice is extracted. As the crushed cane moves through the following stages, the pressure is steadily increased, allowing the rollers to extract an additional 15 to 20% of juice. The final and increasingly popular model in grouper farming is the indoor tank system, where hundreds of tanks are used to raise the fish under controlled conditions. In many grouper farms, the broodstock, the mature fish used for breeding, are often caught directly from the sea by experienced farmers. In grouper farming, broodstock are essential for artificial breeding. Farmers gently extract eggs and sperm from mature males and females, then mix them in controlled tanks for fertilization. The fertilized eggs are moved to incubation tanks to develop into larvae, ensuring healthy, high-quality offspring with better survival rates. Taking center stage is the whole stalk sugarcane harvester, a powerful specialized machine built to not only harvest sugarcane, but also slice the stalks into neat segments. With an impressive output of 20 to 30 tons per hour, this machine is a true workhorse. At the front, it features counter-rotating base cutters equipped with hardened steel blades that slice the stalks cleanly at ground level, fast and efficiently. Sometimes, before harvesting, farmers burn the sugarcane fields, a practice known as pre-harvest burning. This is done to remove the dry leaves and outer layers of the cane, making the harvesting process faster and cleaner. By burning the field, it also helps to reduce pests and make it easier for machines or workers to access the stalks. Once the harvesters have done their job, tons of freshly cut sugarcane are gathered and loaded onto large transport trucks. These trucks are ready to roll, quickly transporting the sugarcane straight to the sugar processing factories. When the sugarcane-loaded trucks arrive at the factory, they head straight to the receiving area, where powerful cranes or heavy-duty conveyor systems are installed. These automated cranes are designed to lift massive bundles of sugarcane, often weighing several tons, off the truck beds quickly and smoothly. However, the rising demand has sparked serious concerns. Some crocodile species are endangered and are protected in many parts of the world, since some species were nearly hunted to extinction. Conservationists and animal rights communities are raising their voices, and calls for more sustainable ethical practices in the fashion industry.